Hello and thank you for watching this video. This is Minecraft. Let's explore. And what I'm doing is just trying to make little short videos. I'm new and a beginner at Minecraft, haven't been playing very long, and I thought I would try to make some videos that show how to make different things, craft items, what all you can do, as I learn. Hopefully pass that on to any other new players and let them see what's possible. Now today, what I've been doing is one of the big projects that I mentioned earlier. I didn't give any details about it. I just said I was going to be working on some really big stuff, and recently I found a NPC village, and instead of having to walk and take a day or two to get there, what I thought I'd do is make like a railroad track and ride a minecart from one area all the way over there to it. And as you can see, I've been working on it. Now this one up here, the top piece, that's one that I'm working on that goes somewhere else, and I'm still working on that one, trying to get it finished. What I'm working on right now is, when you make a railway system like this and it's outdoors, you don't want to leave it unexposed. You want to make sure you try to cover it. That way animals, if it's kind of low to the ground, cows and sheep and stuff, will not be walking all over it, getting in your way. Mods, they won't spawn right there on your track. If your minecart hits anything, it will stop, and the last thing you want is to hit a creeper or a skeleton while you're trying to get somewhere and then have to go into a fight with them. So what I've been doing is, I like the idea of being able to look at where I'm going. Now you can do this different ways. If you prefer, you can cover it up and just make like a tunnel. You can use stone all the way around it. You can use wood, like tree bark. You can use wooden planks. Any item just about can be used here. I mean, if you wanted to, you could make the walls out of the bookshelves. I mean, anything's possible. So now what I've been doing is, I've been laying glass down, and you want to make it 3 blocks high. That way, when you go to get out at the other end, you won't hit your head and cause yourself to get hurt. So now what I'm doing right now is I'm just going through here, and as it starts to get dark, I'll place me a glowstone up in the top of it to try to help light it up. And you can see it works pretty good. Now you don't have to use a glowstone. You can use a torch. You can use a redstone torch. It don't matter. Now on the other end of it, I'm still building all the way down, so I haven't completed the actual track yet. But real quick, let's take a ride and see how this looks. And on the down a little piece farther, what I started to tell you, I've already got it blocked off to where a minecart will stop, and I wanted to check this out while it was dark and see how it looks. Hopefully we can get there and back before it gets daylight. Okay, now here's my train station, and as you can see, there's the track going to the new mine that I found not too long ago. And here's my start button. And we've already got a problem. Why is there a problem? Alright. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, it's lighting up, but it's not going nowhere. Alright. I think what the problem may be is I'm going to have to adjust a little bit. Move up some. Drop this here. Now get me a track and place it here. Now when you lay a track down like that, it will raise up this one, but let's see if that will still work. Yeah, that still lights up. Okay, good. We want that. Now let's remove this track and place the cart back on top of it. Alright. The heck did I do? Oh, okay. I didn't even hit the minecart. There. Now let's remove that track. I may need to have kept that there. I don't know. Try this again. There we go. Now we can see how it looks as we're going through there. And my computer is old, it's crappy, so it's going to be laggy real bad. I apologize for that. And I had to make a lot of turns and twists right in this area to get around the mountain. I didn't want to have to cut through it. And you see now here's the landscape. And right here is where it'll stop. But it shouldn't. I forgot to remove that piece. That, and then pick this up, and this is what I've gotten done farther down. It's not really all that hard to do, and you can power this two different ways. You can either use a redstone torch and wiring to give these tracks right here. You see what that's called. that is the powered rail, and you can give that power by either using redstone torch and redstone wiring, which to do that you'll have to expand the sides of this out and make it a little bit bigger than what you may want to. That way you can hide everything. Or you can do like I have done and lay these detector rails on each side of it, in front and behind it. And the reason why I do both sides like that is if I'm going to the village, when the minecart runs over this, the detector rail, it'll give power to the power rail, which is right here, and help push the minecart forward. Now if I'm coming back, it'll do the same thing. Every time it crosses over a detector rail, it powers it up and helps keep it moving forward. So it's also, it looks a little bit neater because you don't have any redstone wiring, you don't have torches that you have to hide. And right here is where it was supposed to have stopped. I just forgot to remove the block from earlier. And as you can see, it does go farther down. Let's see if I can boost the graphics up just a little bit so to help out some. That's going to make it more laggy, but for right now at least you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I needed coffee. Throat's getting a little dry. And you see, I've got a little ways left to go. I mean, the village is not even near here. It's farther down that way, on the other side of this mountain area. You see slowly starting to pop up, and that will go forward 4 ways, and then it will turn and go to the left around another mountain. But I wanted to keep this a little bit low to the ground, and as low as I could without doing a lot of lifting and dropping down. Now the first minecart track that I made, and I'm still working on it also, so now I've got 2 of them that I'm building. And the first one, you'll see it here in just a moment. It's up in the air kind of high. I mean, the highest point of it is 114 blocks off the ground. And I need to put a track right there before I forget. And I'll get back to what I was saying here in just a moment. Please bear with me. There we go. That way I don't forget. Yeah. I didn't know really how to build a railway before until I started working on it, and I figured, why have to go around a lot of mountains and trees and stuff when I can just take it and raise it up off the ground. So I did that, but the problem with it was, by raising it up real high, then you have to lower yourself back down before you get to the other end of it. And you know, I'm not good at building stuff yet, and you can barely see. There comes the track there, right there where the sun is. You can slowly start to see it forming, and it goes all the way over to the right there. Back to the game. Thank you. And right there is where I've left off working on it. And I'm doing it the same way. I'm covering it with in glass, and trying to get that, there we go, back on short, that way the lag will not be as bad. I'm surrounding it in glass, and I'm putting smooth stone for the roof, and then every so often I'm placing a glowstone to give me light. And instead of a glowstone, like I said earlier, you can knock open a spot wherever it starts to get dark. You can break a piece off, like right there, and you can click on the edge of it. And let me show you real quick. I'll come down a little piece. I think I've got torches with me. No, but it's okay. Just remove one block, and then right there on the edge of it, you can put a torch or a redstone torch, and that way it'll light it up. And then you can also come back, somehow get on top of it. If it's low to the ground, you can place a couple of blocks and climb on top of it and cover up that little opening with a single block right on top, and that way nothing drops down inside. But you definitely want to cover this up, that way at nighttime, you know, you've got it lit up, and at night creepers, skeletons, spiders, zombies, you know, they're not going to be spawning inside while you're trying to go somewhere. Also the wildlife, horses, mules, ocelots, all the rest, they won't be crossing the track. And if you do hit anything with it, your minecart will stop, and you know, then you're going to have to get out and deal with that. So the best thing to do is just go ahead and, you know, cover it somehow, and you can use whatever you want to make it look good. I'm still trying to get these little specks off the windows to where it'll be a clear glass, and with the new 1.6.2 version, it's a little complicated for me to do, and I've got it taken care of on the 1.5, but I'm still working on doing it on this one. But this is my train station, and this is one of my big projects that I've been working on. I do appreciate you taking time to watch this. Hopefully this has given you some ideas on the small project that you can build, and you know, this isn't all that hard. It's, you know, fairly easy. And you know, if you like the video, you know, please hit that like button, and you know, of course, as always, leave me a comment. Leave your suggestions, your ideas, your thoughts, and you know, please be sure to subscribe. I mean, I do make these videos every once in a while. I try to make at least 2, maybe 3 during a week, just depending on what I'm actually doing on Minecraft.